Hi, everybody.
Are you live?
I believe I'm live. Yes. And currently, they're going to watch me set myself up on the computer because that's what we do.
There you are. You're here. You're here. Hello.
Stand.
Hello, Rachel Powell. Hello, Sebastian Coe. Hello, Stacy Hawkins. Hello, Hugo from Brazil. Hello, Fondant, Paul Bennett, Rod Pope, Ronald Bryan, Michelle Schulte, and Big Dog, and Scott Cohart.
It's a lot of hellos. Look,
John Royski.
the tyranny has relented. Shannon let me have a shirt. Shannon let me have a shirt. I got clay on it. But I'm going to wear it in the shop anyway.
Hi, Lockhart. See you tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
That was fired. Yeah, you got a shirt. Hello, Kurt Natalia. Rachel said, I'm not going to lie. I'm stuck in my notifications. I've been looking forward to your live all day.
Well, very good.
Michelle
I
said, yes.
hope it's entertaining.
Just waiting for the bigger sizes. I will have another order. Michelle? We might have an update on that tomorrow, so waiting to see. Rob, messing up merch. Did you make her dinner for that shirt? No, Big Dog, you didn't.
No, she would take away my shirts if I made her dinner. Not like in like a sexy time way, but like in you shouldn't have nice things kind of way.
Really? How'd we get a thumbs down already?
Well, we started. Yeah, they don't mess around.
Wow. I don't know, Kiss fan.
Your reference is right there.
Got it.
Your rotating reference.
Yes.
And there we go. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like my shirt. The tyranny has relented. Shannon, let me have a shirt. So here is where Webstore is at. Amber broke into the
Hi.
shop while I was out today, and started working on him.
It's true.
That's kind of true. Yeah. But there he is. I'm gonna put the camera over. Oh, I'm just swinging you guys around like it's no big deal.
Rob says, Shannon, foot rub for the next shirt. So how many of you guys are waiting for larger sizes? Anybody who's looking for larger sizes on here? Trying to gauge. I know it's a little early in the evening and people are just now getting on. But just trying to get an idea of how many people are looking at larger shirts.
I'm doing bad things, and I am looking at the comments. My wife always wears really cool clothing. She dresses flowy.
Where does that come from?
Shannon,
Shannon,
you have
your
another
cool
cool
shirt.
shirt on.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mrs. Roper is my spirit animal. Let's see. Amber, your hair is gold. Big Dog, we do have 3X's already. Hello, all you ghouls and ghosties for long-legged beasties and things that go bump in the night. Hi, Alan, Shannon, and Amber. I need 2 extra large for tomorrow if you have them. Yeah, Lockhart, we got them. Just remind me when you get here.
Here. How did Boris? Why do you have all 3 bones?
He is the favorite.
What is wrong with you? You suck at sharing. You're a bad doge. No, chew your bone. Do not plan on when you can steal her bone. Okay, Hugo says hello to Boris. Saw that. All right. Now I will dremel my feast. What you working on, Amber?
What? I'm working on Webstore. I'm working on pendants and face things.
I gotta plug this in somewhere else. I nearly pulled the tripod over. Like the first time that Amber was here, she recommended Nylabones. So I got them Nylabones, and now they're all chewing on Nylabones.
And they don't care about us anymore. Third Degree says, looking great, Amber. Big Dog says, he's hoarding the bones because of the pandemic.
Yeah, he's bone hoarder.
Stacy, your devil girl just went swimming.
Yeah, she now like jumps off the little island and swims around in the pool and comes back. She is unafraid.
Hammerhead lost his dentures.
He did. I made him a gummerhead. Hammer Time, that's his name. And we never named Webstore last night. Did we name Webstore last night?
No, I think you had your hands full with Hammer Time.
My hands were full. So tonight, Cheney, what are you doing? What are you barking for? I'm trying to run a show. Thank you, buddy. Okay, so as we were saying, we have to name Webstore, and we can't call it Webstore because I don't like to get sued. So, Tutworks. Would you be okay, Tutworks, would you be okay listening to all the name recommendations for Webstore? Remember, he's a spider monster, he's a spider guy. Tutworks, if you're okay with it, I'd like to have you coordinate, and it's 8:17 now, and at 8:30 you tell me the name of Webstore. Let me know if you're okay with that. Some people don't like the pressure. But Tutworks, if you like the pressure, I will have you do it. Spider lore.
Amber, that is amazing for your second sculpt.
Thank you.
Have you ever tried Algislow? It's an alginate bonder from Biddy.
I have not tried it, but I don't normally need or use an alginate bonder. I very rarely do alginate. Normally, instead of alginate, I do silicone because I want to keep that mold a long time. If I do end up using alginate, I work pretty fast. I just do it in one whack as best as possible.
Amber, no rest for the weary. The sculpt looks fantastic.
Thank you.
It is looking really good. You really tightened it up today.
Thank you.
Spiker face. Spider lore. Arachnor. Web lore. Oh, Amber has talent coming along nicely. Thanks to the extra goodies that came with my t-shirt. Very cool. You are very welcome. Hey, face. I just ordered a green shirt the other night. It looks awesome. Tube store. Would love to, but on a job site working and listening, says Tutworks can't do it.
Okay, I got you. I understand.
Spider.
Why pick somebody? You know who are normal.
Roger says, still can't believe it's her second sculpt. Lockhart, are you up for picking the name? Are you and Connie in the house tonight? I saw you earlier. Feeling up to making the call?
Shannon is asking if Lockhart is willing to wrangle the name this evening.
He said yes.
Okay. Then keep putting up your names, guys, and Lockhart is going to look at the names, and at 8:30, he's going to tell me what the name of this mask is. What I am doing is I am dremeling the seams off of a punch on a hole.
Amber, does the name come to you as you sculpt?
Ooh,
If he were not Webstore, what would his name be?
all right.
Well, that one's cool.
I would look up, what is the Japanese word for spider? That's what I would look up that.
Like a Japanese word for spider. Can someone tell us what the Japanese word for spider is?
Kumo.
Kumo. I don't know how I feel about that,
All
Amber.
right. That's what
I was hoping it would sound cooler too.
Hello, Psycho Axeman.
Now it's time for everybody's favorite chemical, naphtha.
Woo! Fang Widow.
Fang Widow.
Fang Widow. I have to catch the replay when I get off. Everyone have a great night. Good night, Kurt.
Good night. Now see, when I'm at a trade show and someone says, oh, all your stuff is really cool, I'm gonna come back and I'll buy later, I know that I'm not gonna see them again. However, when someone says, I'll watch the replay later, I tend to believe them because the videos do get views after they go up, which I think that's kind of cool.
Shikumo Death Spider.
S-H-I? Shikumo.
Fun fact, the German word for spider is spine. Spin. S-P-I-N-N-E. Spin or spine. Hello, Ezekiel.
Hello, Ezekiel. Ezekiel, you do not have to apologize for being late. I don't even have a set time that I'm on. I just come on whenever. Like, I'm late. I'm sorry that I'm late. But then I don't want you guys to have an expectation of me just being on all the time, so I don't do that either.
Psycho says, I think that when you build something badass and see it right in that moment, they love it.
Yes, there is something cool to seeing somebody do something, and you don't always get those reactions on the recorded video. That's very true. There's a lot of aha moments that happen sometimes on the live videos. So I want to talk to you all about something. I have a question. I think that you guys enjoy having a guest sculptor on. Is that accurate, or is there, you will not hurt Amber's feelings if you say no, or do you feel there's too much pulled focus? Do you like having a guest sculptor on? Because my plan is that I sculpted the hammerhead shark here, but my plan is to keep having guest sculptors on Wednesdays, and maybe some carryover if they don't quite get finished on Wednesday, as has happened this week. But I think that it's fun to see two perspectives and to see interactions. What do you guys think? Okay. I cleaned up my seam. The first thing I did, I dremeled with the felt wheel, and then I rubbed it down with naphtha, so it's almost non-existent. This one's one.
It's a spider in me.
What?
There's a spider in me.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Introduce Amber to Psycho.
To Psycho? Psycho Axeman's on. Hello, Psycho. Turn around and say hi to Psycho.
Hi.
He's very nice. His name is Psycho Axeman, but he's very nice.
I believe it.
Yeah, this is Amber. She is the casting director at Dark Hour Haunted House, and she also likes to make monsters.
Yeah. I bring the monsters to make monsters.
I like to get sculptor.
Okay.
It's different to have different types of guest sculptors are a great idea. Double the draw. Alan says yes, I think she's better than Alan.
Yep.
Ah,
Way better.
Rodney said yes, I like a guest sculptor. Guest sculptors are awesome. We also see you work with them. Don't tell Amber there's a spider near her. Love seeing different techniques, love it, cool. Absolutely, seeing different styles of sculpting is really nice to see. Psycho says she's got skills. Yes, sculptors are cool. It's great to meet people.
I think it's cool to see different processes.
Enjoyable getting to know members of your cast and crew at Dark Hour. I'm in a class, and if I was late to a non-virtual school, I have to apologize just for walking in at 17. Psycho would like to know what you're making.
I am making Webstore where did you say now? Webstore from Masters of the Universe. That was the pick.
Yes, this was part of the Wednesday lottery. She did not know what she was going to sculpt. It was going to be Webstore from Master of the Universe, or it's going to be a gibbering mouther.
They like having guest sculpt.
Okay, I thought that would be the case.
They're enjoying it, you know. You don't do it all the time, but once in a while you bring in a guest, and I think they like it. So far, very positive response to it.
Correct.
Psycho says it's going to be badass. Big Dog says, by not doing anything to the back of the head yet.
What did Big Dog say?
Like not doing anything to the women.
Oh, I get it. Because I was kind of knocking on Amber because she hadn't touched the back of the head at all. And she had to kind of get back there and do some things. But that is going to actually be to our advantage here in a bit because there's something that I'm going to have you do to the back of the head.
Oh, great. Love the green t-shirt, Alan.
Yeah, isn't this awesome?
Good night, Paul Bennett.
I'm a fan. Good night, Paul.
Hugo says, let's paint that arm.
Let's paint that arm. So the last thing that I want to do is capitalize on all of the bad situation that is happening in the world right now. And please don't comment on this, just acknowledge it like I had to a little while ago. That is 100% the fist of the Black Lives Matter movement. I had no idea, but it's almost their logo in flesh. And that just struck me as odd. For anybody new, that's not what I am intending to make. I actually made this long before that logo was all over your feed. This go-round, I'm aware it's an ongoing issue. Yeah. But it really struck me today that, oh my gosh, that's the same shape and everything. This hand was meant to carry a dead possum. Very different message. If I get an inkling of a negative view, I want my moderators to put that person on timeout for a bit because this channel's not about that.
Hello, Philip Earl. Welcome aboard. He said it looks like a Hulk fist.
It does. It's very big, and when I sculpted it, I'm like looking at my fist and I'm going, okay.
And it looks fine with a posse knife.
It does.
A rackism for the
Arachis.
We are at 8:30.
Oh, it's time. It's time.
All right, Lockhart.
It's time, ladies and gentlemen.
You want Lockhart to pick one or pick finalists?
Lockhart,
Pick one.
do you want to pick one or do you want to pick finalists and have them vote between the 2 or 3 names you like?
Shikumo. Says Lockhart.
Oh, he's done. It's Shikumo.
He doesn't mess
So
around.
it's like evil spider or death spider.
That's awesome.
Yes, Shikumo. He's done. Psycho, it's not story time right now. We just started, buddy. We just started. We'll do story time eventually. And I don't know if we'll end with scary stories tonight, because once again, I did not prep.
That's fine.
Death Spider. Yeah, that's a cool name, Shikumo.
Now I want to see a possum hanging from its tail from the fence.
Now, I actually want to see this painted up kabuki style. Oh, wouldn't that be cool? Do it in white with the kabuki makeup on it.
Milwaukee Moon says that she's in the Culver's drive-thru right now because she's hangry. What is Culver's?
Culver's is burgers.
Is it?
Culver's is delicious, delicious burgers.
It's clobber time.
Stop. Clobber time.
And
Every time.
found out my favorite parade isn't canceled and has just been delayed a month. Looks like I will still get to dress up as Groucho Marx.
That's awesome.
Do you have hands for the creature mask?
I do. I do have hands for that. They're not 100% creature from the Black Lagoon, but they are hands for my creature. I'll show you one. I'll go get one.
Awesome job, Amber, and I'm going to go ahead and order a blank. What you getting, Lockhart? Awesome. Oh, goodness, I hope it's something we have in stock since you'll be here tomorrow. Let's see, Psycho says, not tonight, I'll be back tomorrow for story time. Psycho, you're always fun to have. And the story time is cool. Amber, what happened was last week, we ended sort of the night by going outside and by the light of the tablet, read some scary stories to the kids.
That's
So
great.
we said, good night, we're going to read you some scary stories, y'all have a good night. And that's how we ended it, and they loved it.
Excellent.
Well, we better do that again. Shiku would also make a kick-ass samurai demon. Yeah. The creature from Lake Tawakoni. That's awesome.
Bless you?
Hmm?
Was that bless you?
It's allergies. So yes. Awesome job. Okay, Lockhart, are you ordering a blank of Shikumo? Shikumo blank. Okay, I got you, buddy.
You have a second guest sculptor.
That's right. Thank you, Philip.
So, this is the creature hand. What's fun about it, in my opinion, is that this is a left glove and it's a right glove. I sculpted it even so that it works with either hand.
Is Shikumo the name?
Yes, it is Shikumo. There's little hand spikes in there. So that is the glove for the creature.
Oh, guys, good girl.
But that way I only had to do one mold to get both hands.
Stacy says, you can't deny being hot, Dad, when he's reading his bedtime stories.
That's true.
Hello, Lucky 2001. Sorry I'm late. Let's see a live show. What a beautiful sculpt. Very cool, very cool. Creature hand, want. Awesome glove. Snickerdoodle, how cool is that flipper? They love the hand.
These are the 2 busts that I finished up in the past couple days. Frankenstein.
That's Stanley's.
This is Stanley's.
Just gotta put some bolts on it.
And Beast Mode. Yeah, bolts are actually happening tonight. I'm doing that tonight. I'm going to do the bolts live. Okay.
Big dog for the gloves. Big dog is asking how much, but you've been showing so much. asking how much are the gloves?
Oh,
Yes, how much are the gloves?
pair of gloves are $150. The molds are heavy. You have to run the mold twice, so it's twice as much work as a single mask. So $150 for a pair of gloves.
Rachel Powell. Okay, there is a mask in the corner that's looking up at the ceiling and it seems to be saying, oh my God, what now? Oh, that's a zombie.
It is a zombie, yes. And I figure that zombies say that.
Joragumo is a Japanese spider lady monster. How cool is that? Frankie is extra cool. Those turned out amazing. And smart and badass for the gloves. Third Degree says, seriously, will the creature hand go up on the website?
Yes, it will. Wife,
Yeah.
you got to get them creature hands up on the website.
Are the creature hands ready to photograph?
I'm gonna get.
Are the creature hands ready to photograph?
I'm ready.
No?
I'll have them.
No, they're not ready. Yeah, so you'll get those to me,
Guess
right?
you got to put creature hands on my list. Get on it, wife.
Oh my God. Y'all see how that works? Get to it, wife. Are they ready? Well, no.
Why are you
Alright.
staring at a blank piece of paper? Because I'm about to work there.
Yes, Warren, we'll get them up there. I didn't even know he had them ready to go. Are those painted and ready, or are they just spaced
Those
out?
are spaced out.
So they're not even.
I have a cornucopia of mini projects this evening. Tonight's theme is nibbled to death by ducks, because I will have 100 little projects that I'm working on. None of them should take a super long time, but they all have to happen.
Rob O'Brien. Okay, I can't wrap my head around the glove hand. Can we see your cast? Can we see you cast one of those sometime?
Yeah, you know what? I just actually had them added to my list, I think, of things to make very soon. So, yeah.
Bad Allen. Right, thank you, big dog.
Hey, Amber,
Yes.
there's a pair of red-handled scissors right behind your bus. Would you throw them at me?
No, yes, Amber, do
Oh. That was a very nice wife. You said that with Amber. Amber.
it. Michelle, there is a lot of stuff. Sometimes I have to.
You should.
Oh, you show up.
Okay.
Sometimes I
I
have
won't
to.
finish. If
to
I stop, I won't finish.
stop him, and I have to say, if you will do this one thing, this is ready. And I have to stay on him for little tiny tidbits to finish a project.
Yeah.
That's happening tomorrow.
I love doing 90% of something.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite. So this is actually Amber's first mask. This is the first mask that she sculpted. She did not finish painting it. She started painting it. So there you go. Boom shakalaka. This is Amber's first mask, and I thought it was very, very good.
Great, Amber. Hey, girl. Scott Creighton, ALXA, add creature hands to list. You need a hand making masks. Oh, Jesse, you did not have to do that. It was our pleasure to send you some toys.
What did Jesse do?
He gave us a $20 super chat. and
Jesse,
said,
thank you for the super chat.
I received my shirt and goodies today. Thank you. It had to cost more than I spent on buying it with the goodies. That's
Well,
not even the point. Toys, man, you needed those things.
you guys are all very supportive,
You
and
need
we
those
appreciate
things.
it. Amber did make an awesome mask.
Michael Laster, as always, management waiting on the artist.
Hey,
Shannon-
Lassiter, you're supposed to be on my side.
Shannon is the planning and zoning committee.
She's the Minister of War and Finance
I am.
and Logistics.
I do not do the sexy work, but I do the necessary work. It's not, nobody wants my job. Michelle says, well, we just want everything. Philip Earl said, oh my God, we should be brothers. Okay, on Amber's mask. Wow, very nice, cool mask, awesome, nice job, awesome mask. Shannon, what word did you spell? I won't say it, big dog. Amber rocks. Yes, she does. Hello, everyone. That's Graffiti UK. Stacy says, I'll have to make sure I grab some swag before I ship out the headdresses. Yes, Stacy, put in toys. People love it. They love fun stuff.
Some lucky person got a whole turnip. I just grabbed a turnip and threw it in their box.
I will tell you guys that lots of times when we do a rearranging or a cleaning of this area or whatever, and we'll find little things like cobwebs and candlesticks, crab legs, that we just happen to have them. So we find little things and think, oh, this will be fun to give to somebody, and we hold on to them a lot of times for the perfect person. And that has everything to do with
Or
us.
cobwebs and candles.
Everything to get to know you guys so much better over these past months, that when we do, like, this will be perfect for this person. This will be awesome for this person. So we're really having a fun time doing this too. We like to send you guys toys, special things, presents.
So, for the record, when you're making neck bolts, you really have to make sure that they are rounded and squared off on the end, or else they look like neck nipples, which I have had that misfortune of doing that by accident before. So, no neck nipples.
Yeah, Stacy, Michelle's used to getting extras, so put some cool stuff in her package. Philip Earl said, that's what my grandpa used to refer to my grandmother as, a minister of war.
You know what? I think that's very sweet.
Scott Creighton says, start the negotiations. Amber, for next week's guest sculpting.
I already have someone for next week's guest sculpt who's not Amber.
Alan, is there any news on MHC?
I don't know it. They sent out to people surveys. Okay, I think that right now they would have a very hard time. It cannot happen in Illinois, like Chicago, where it was originally scheduled. It cannot happen there. They are trying to do it in Indianapolis, Indiana. However, Indiana just canceled their state fair, which happens the first 3 weeks of August. So since they just canceled that, I can't see them allowing another big convention to happen weeks before that. I don't know. I don't see good things happening for MHC.
They tried.
They tried. They want
I'll tell
the
you what.
industry. They think the industry needs a meet and greet, you know, like once a year, like always. But it's going to be real difficult this year.
So, it's tough.
Guys, don't wrestle on the tripod.
But Dad,
I have $1 for every time.
You're
I say
welcome,
that.
Larry. I'm glad you like the extras. And Michelle, I'm going to have to show Amber. One of the things that we, in some of the packages, guys are getting skeletons. It's just about this size.
oh neat.
Dangly little skeleton, just for fun. We've got some of them, and we like to send those. They're fun. And Michelle Schulte made the most beautiful LED lit up still life terrarium with hers. Because we just think, oh, it's just fun, you know, people have fun. She made this beautiful terrarium. I'll find a picture.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And it's just like, I was like, wow, okay. So, you know, and some guys are putting them in resin and making little still lifes. They're painting these little figurines we throw in there. I just like,
So does she keep it in her house like right now?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
out
I'll show
all
you.
the time?
I'll get a picture of it. It's just beautiful.
That's great.
So, you know, people are just having fun with the extra stuff. Ron O'Brien says, I'm surprised you're not making the bolts from EVA.
I have plenty of EVA bolts, but I thought it would be nice if I went ahead and did a little silicone mold here real quick and poured them up in resin so that I just had them for future use. I thought about EVA. EVA was one of the first things I thought of. I think I'm going to like the look a little better if I just do them this way. And I've kind of been holding off on them. I've got all the other parts done for him, but I've been holding off.
Plastic Ninja says, no matter where you hold it from, you run the risk since there's people from all over coming to a convention.
Yes, exactly.
Lockhart says, make sure you have your camera ready in the AM. There's going to be a fun photo op.
Woo.
You never know with Lockhart.
This is a petting break. I want to work on this, but my dog requires attention. Okay, so I feel like these are sculpted actually. I might put an indent in the end to make them a little more interesting. Just a little circular indentation. The ones on the original Frankenstein were rather long, and they actually had like a second little lever on them. I don't like those.
Alan, why not mold them from real bolts?
Because they don't look like bolts. They're not bolts. What they really are is they're terminal leads for a battery. So they should look more like, people call them bolts, but they should look more like the lead nodes that come off of a battery. Because that's what they're for connecting wires to. So they're not actually bolts, they're just called bolts because saying the lead nodes that come off a battery takes too long.
Alan already got his new shirt dirty.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. There we go.
This is shells, and then she.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Isn't that great? That's a little skeleton.
I love it.
But you know, she made this beautiful thing out of it. Like we didn't know you were gonna do all that.
It's nice.
It's so
Very
pretty.
nice.
It's so pretty.
And that's a freebie gift.
Yeah, we just threw it in for fun.
So Jesse Papa Bear, your contribution this evening is going to go towards the Quiet Compressor Fund also. Because even now the compressor is piping up in the other room. And frankly, it's a bother.
Jerry Collins says, have Amber sign it on the back of the head. Laura Kirchable, there's so much awesomeness in the shop right now. Hey, Laura. Hi, Laura. I was thinking the 19th century square head bolts, so I get the battery terminal notes. Haunt shirts are supposed to be dirty, says.
Yes.
To a degree.
Thank you. Who said that?
Warren.
Thank you, Warren.
Connie says, I have ruined more t-shirts and jeans since I started making monsters. Larry Hughes, my end has a hissing noise like a leaking hose.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got one too.
Is there such a thing as a quiet compressor?
There is.
Is there such a thing as a quiet dog?
No, there's no such thing as a quiet dog. Dogs come in loud mode and louder
Are you going to
mode.
use contact cement on them?
Yes, I will contact cement these on. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to embed a brad in them. So I'll put them into the mask with a brad. I'll spread the two prongs of the brad out. I will tape over that, and I will I will stab them in because it's a bust. I don't have to worry about all that. I will stab them in. So I'll put a pin in there. Yes. So I need to mold this really quick with silicone. And I feel pretty sure that I can just do a silicone caulk mold for this.
Hey,
So I will
Brandon.
prep for that. While I am prepping,
Brandon got his shirt today. Very good. Hey, we're talking to people.
Stacy, I would love to have you on as a guest sculptor.
Battery terminals are commonly called posts. A top post battery has them on the top and the side post. You guessed it. They were on the side. There are also dual posts with side and top posts.
Yeah, thanks. watching Amber.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're supposed.
Were we supposed to watch Amber?
This is a Sculpting show.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Not a fighting with
Way
dogs
more,
show.
more in
Goodness. Wow, how did I do that? Wow, I'm so sorry.
There we go.
Webstore is looking awesome. Nodes are just like nails on the chalkboard to me, says 1980. Nice prepping. Puppy fun. Real life? Yes. Puppy intermission is the best. Puppy videos. He loves his doggies.
Well-
Now you realize you're making a puppy video, right?
They needed to be taught a lesson.
Puppy Battle Royale. Psycho says, Amber needs to speak more.
Amber is focusing.
It's one or the other.
It's
Yeah.
Psycho.
It's-
Psycho
It's
just
one or the
throws
other.
it out there.
I am impressed with his talent that he can speak and
Teach.
do all the things
Focus.
while making amazing monsters.
Chad Smith says, oh, the four kids are playing together. They want bacon. 1980 says, Amber's hair is awesome. Psycho says, I understand.
Thank you.
Hi, Ross. He says, we didn't see anything, Alan.
Some people beat their dogs as a corrective measure. I give mine a stone cold stunner for the people's elbow on occasion.
The people's elbow.
Yeah. Oh.
Amber talks with her hands and cannot do both at the same time.
It's interpretive dance.
Laura says, he's so tough.
I hear you talking over there.
Amber, what are you focusing on now?
Fixing the chin.
Are you in frame?
Am I? Yes. Yes, I am now.
Okay.
Yes.
If you smell what Alan is cooking. Psycho says, see, she does talk with her hands. Her sculpt is speaking volumes. Excellent silicone molding technique. Psycho wanted to be closer to the sculpt. There you go.
You might control that a little bit basically to see if you can get the camera closer to still.
Let me turn this around so I can see what I'm doing.
No, Rodney, I did not move the eyes out yet. Shh, we're not going to talk about that.
She thinks I forgot.
There's things, yeah, there's things.
Is that bugging you? Is that okay?
They don't need eyes. Actors don't need to see, right?
You're the casting director.
Oh, wait, oh.
You should. You're their benefactor.
I
Be
do-
on their side.
I do advocate for them.
There we go.
I do.
Okay, so grab that there until you're ready. Here you go, guys.
So guys, over here, I am doing a silicone mold making video. Well, no, I'm making a silicone mold the same way I did for YouTube Wednesday. So don't sweat it.
Hello, CS Creations. Michael says she just hires the actors. Alan, you torture them.
Yeah.
Sculpt is looking good. So Alan is off camera squeezing. Alan is off camera squeezing the caulk. Yes.
I am.
It's
I'm
ready.
caulking it out over here.
KBFX Special Effects says hello.
Hello, KBFX Special Effects.
Robert White says, remember it's a full moon tonight.
Hooray! Let's do some werewolf stuff. Hashtag werewolf stuff.
KBFX says, that looks gorgeous.
Yay. Thank you.
Love the fangs coming out of the chin. Shrimp do not attack on the full moon.
I know several mantis shrimp that would disagree with you. Okay, I don't know any mantis shrimp, but if I did,
Hashtag hard
bargain.
Guys.
Oh,
Guys.
they slept too long.
Oh my God. I'm gonna drug them. I'm in the middle of an alien documentary on the making of the original film. Very interesting, but I paused it for this. I've seen that, KBFX. I'm an Alien fan. That's a great documentary.
Documentary, we'll call it?
Documentary. Hey, I'm awesome. Psycho says, are the teeth clay?
No. No, those teeth are not clay.
It's a prawn, not a shrimp. Hello, Jeff Pavlik. Pavlik.
Okay.
Jerry Collins says, Alan, keep on listening. You got my dog to listen to. Try to get those little toots to straighten up.
Yeah, toots.
Toots.
Them toots, yo.
Look at the screen, Amber. Psycho says she's
All
got
right.
skills. Thank you,
Thank
Psycho.
That's awesome.
Why are we thanking Psycho?
Because Amber has skills and he super chatted 20 bucks.
Hooray!
Hey.
Well, yep, well.
What is it?
I'm out of the kind of silicone that I need to make a silicone mold that way. Therefore, I gotta do something a little bit cray-cray.
Ezekiel says, I fill in for a band called Smoky Crawdads. I've never eaten a crawdad and never smoked one either. They're delicious, Ezekiel. They're delicious. The amount of in-depth story behind the story and the ideology of the species and its relation to humanity is very interesting, along with the references to the Nefertecton. It is a great, great show. I really liked it. I like documentaries, and it was really good.
All right, I'm taking you away from Amber now. Okay, so things silicone 2, and silicone 2 does not perform in soapy water the same way as silicone 1. So I'm going to get this out of my way. What I'm going to do is I'm still going to pour them up in resin, but I'm going to make a negative mold in this pile of clay. Does that make sense? I'm going to push the shape that I want into the clay, and this clay will be my mold. This will only be good for a one-off, but I'll have nice, clean resin nodes or bolts, as they call them. Or what did he call them a second ago?
Nodes?
He said the real terminals?
It's terminals.
Yeah, he said the real word. I'm just cleaning up this block of clay because this is chunks of several pieces. This is used clay, so you never know what's in it. And I'm just trying to compress it. Posts, that's what it's called, posts.
Hello, Horror Beauty.
Hello, Horror Beauty. Did you run 2,000 miles today, Horror Beauty? Made me feel bad about myself.
She said, hey, Alan got his own shirt.
I did. She relented. Now I'm looking for something round and stabby that I can stab into there. I got it. Perfect. This is just about the same width around as this was. That's very nice. How tall is this? It is that tall. All right, so I want to
Which one, KBFX? He says, who was the sculptor behind the mask? You talking about Amber? Wonder if Frankenstein was an AC/DC compatible. Oh, 1980.
well, he probably would have been direct current.
Harvey says, no, I did not run today. Tomorrow I was only 6 miles.
Oh, just 6.
Yeah, see how she does that?
Philip Earl says, there was an episode of Monsters Inside Me where a young man has waded into the water knee deep on the night of the full moon. When he came out of the water, his legs were bleeding and they wouldn't stop. It turns out that a tiny shrimp was actively swarming in the full moon, and they fed on his skin. There were
Delicious.
thousands of holes shrimp fed on him in the light of the full moon.
Sand fleas, gotta love them.
Harvey says, I got a package today. It made my weekend. Thanks for the extras. You're so welcome.
Hooray!
I'm glad you got it. Is this a flocking video?
No, we're not flocking yet.
That beautiful mask with an arachnid influence. That's Amber. Amber is the casting director of Dark Hour Haunted House. And that is, what's the name of it? What's the name of it again?
Shikumo.
Shikumo, which is Japanese for spider.
Death Spider. .com.
But it is modeled after what? The Masters of the Universe.
Webstore action figure. Webstore.
So that is a salute to that character, and Amber is our guest sculptor right now. We thank her. She's killing it. She'll have her own fan club. Ezekiel says we have them. You have the skinny bee shrimp? Okay. Gotta watch out for those.
I think if something was eating my leg, I would pick up on it. I would hope.
Big Dog says he's still yelling, he's killing me. To Psycho's all caps. No flocking, I can't flocking believe Amber. She's flocking great. You're right, Psycho. Stacy says, will you press in a washer for the lip?
I actually pressed in a paint cap. I pressed in a paint cap is what I did. Because a washer would be harder to get out. And a paint cap I can hang on to the tube. You can't hang on to the tube to get out of the kitchen. That's what I'm saying, guys. Sorry.
Dang, God.
All right. Have a stir stick. I have 2 molds to pour into.
Chad says, I didn't get to type earlier, but I love the idea of the guest sculptor. Some different techniques and see you teach certain aspects?
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be teaching all the time. I have a lot of very talented friends. So we run the risk of having someone on who's way better than me. And that's perfectly fine.
Psycho says, sorry for the caps. Usually Alan can't see without glasses. It's okay, Psycho. I'm reading it and I
jerk.
put glasses on.
He's right.
You can kill the caps, Psycho. I got it. Big Dog says, what about threads?
These don't have threads. They're not threaded. They're not like bolts. They're like terminals. Posts.
Too bad the terminal could not be crenellated? Ah, crenellated. Newman Brown. Okay, Alan, I know I'm overthinking this, but will the posts have scorch marks from the electricity arcing?
That's in paint.
So he's not overthinking that. There you go, Newman Brown. KBFX Special Effects says, fun fact, today would have been John Mueller's, well, I can't say that last name, 67th birthday, a makeup artist who worked on Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and many more. He has unfortunately passed last year.
Oh, that sucks.
Raffy UK says, no nasty parasites in UK rivers, just shopping trolleys.
Oh my.
Is this going to kick again like last night?
This should kick like last night. Unless I messed up the mixing.
Vote tonight for Amber Tuesdays on Ladies' Night, as Alan calls it. Ezekiel says, yeah, it's nice to see a lady character for a change, too. Is this resin?
This is resin. Yes, this should be resin.
You guys watching? You didn't see this last night. He's doing it again, so watch that resin kick. Keep watching. Oh no, Alan poured honey in the mold. Yes, but this honey would kill you.
Yeah, death honey.
Kick that resin. Kick that resin.
So, I have a small fear that I put A in it twice and I didn't put B in. That's something that it happens every now and then. I won't know until like 5 minutes go by and nothing happens. But something is happening. Behold, it is going opaque. It is no longer translucent. It is whitening up. This will kick.
Yay! Alan, do you still fish?
Oh. Alan's lament. Right now, I am too busy to fish. I'm going to try and find some time to fish this week coming up. I want to fish. But to fish, I would need free time.
Sago says it'll be good if it's off a touch. It'll just be grease if its ratio is off.
The ratio should be pretty much dead on because I did use a scale to measure it out. I was worried that I put in A twice and nothing would happen.
What is the shelf life on the two components of resin?
Well, the shelf life is actually considerable. They say like a year, but actually,
Bless you.
actually, I have had it on the shelf about 3 years and used it. It just kicks faster, so you have way less time.
Ezekiel says, I'm winning the lotto tonight and we'll be fishing tomorrow.
Hooray!
Thursday. Chad says, do you have a body of water on your property?
I do not.
Yet.
We'd have to buy a lot of property
Yes.
to get a piece of
Yes.
body of water. Okay.
And that's going to happen.
All right. So this is kicking. It is happening. I'm interested to see how these bolts did because I negative made them. So there you go.
We could always dig a pond. That's true, Chad. Or we could buy more land that has one on it.
So buy some masks, guys. Wife wants acres.
More. I have land. Now I need more. Land is the only thing they don't make more of. We have land now, but it's not enough. Have a small stock tank. Guys, if we have more land, we could make the hops home for wayward haunters.
Yes.
We could have granny pods and make them up in different themes.
That's right.
And, you know, that's where you guys would stay during Monster Camp. And at night, Alan would put on a Bigfoot costume and scare the crap out of you while you're trying to sleep. And then the next day for Monster Camp, when you need to be refreshed and ready, you'd be exhausted because he kept jumping out trying to scare you. Isn't that fun?
Yes.
I think so.
I know you do.
Sign me up, sucker.
Free range haunters, land fun.
Ideally, I would have a creek or a stream or a creek on the property. I really love to wade fish through creeks.
Ezekiel says dibs for the first international exchange program. I just want to have a granny pod to retire in. Gonna have them. Brandon says, I hardly sleep. Breaking up. You go to Lake Tawakoni. We are close to Lake Tawakoni.
Yeah, we are. We're very close to Lake Tawakoni.
What are you checking for?
Oh, it's hard. It was liquid, and now it's solid. I'm gonna give it 10-15 minutes, and then we will demold.
They want you noodling. Alan, story time from a rowboat. Psycho says, that's why my kids love story time. CS Creation says, that would be awesome. How long do you let it sit?
This has a demold time of 15 to 20 minutes. Now, the warmer it is, the faster you can demold. So this had more resin in it, and and this was room temperature. The clay is a little colder. Technically, it's room temperature. Why is clay cold all the time? I don't know. Those are for science people. But clay feels colder, so it's going to be colder. So this should take a little longer to kick than this does. Also, the more resin you have concentrated, the more heat it generates for itself, and the faster it kicks. Yeah, see, this is, it's almost ready, but it's a little gummy. The hard part is getting everything to lay level without actually going to get a level. Amber, do you want to talk about the back of his head?
Let's talk about the back of his head.
Okay. So we are going to cheat because no one cares what the back of Webstore's head looks like.
Sure we do.
So what I would like to do is make an area here you take something like this and just mark off like a good,
Okay.
all right? Make it make sense, like muscle-wise, you know? And it could go all the way up to, you know, where it's not about, but it has to come up at least this high. And you're gonna run ridges of clay. A, to get visual interest,
Okay.
all right? But also, what that's gonna do is as you put those ridges on,
Uh-huh.
it's gonna make an accordion structure when it's in latex. And then it'll fit over many heads that it might not normally fit over because you have this accordion structure in the back
Okay.
that allows it to expand.
So it would start, is it closer to the top or is it closer to the bottom?
It is.
Or is it truly parallel to each?
They're parallel.
They are, okay.
Because you want it to flex open this way
Okay.
and go back down. So this is the way the accordion needs to stretch.
Understood.
So what I would do is take this clay
Uh-huh.
and mash it together into one block, and then I'll show you a different trick.
Okay.
So what's this? Oh, you're reading.
I'm not, actually. I have no idea what Psycho said.
CCA nuggets. Hello, Stephen Bishop.
I was actually trying to stretch my back out, so I forgot to put my back brace on again.
Alan, the clay always feels good because the water inside the clay pot is cool due to the evaporation process.
That makes perfect sense.
Oh, look, snacks.
Oh, he would eat the heck out of that.
1980 says, if I was an astronaut on the space station, I would have an alien mask to wake up new arrivals.
Heck
Think about it, your space, and an alien wakes you up. Ha! That's fun. An arachnid goes into a job opening for a musician as a web developer. He was mistaken. Oh, where do you get the resin and approximately how much does it cost?
You get the resin from Biddy Mold Supply, and Biddy Mold Supply, this is art cast resin. It is incredibly cheap. It's like 80 bucks for a gallon kit, which is a gallon of each one. So, Cheney, no, don't eat that.
Okay. We're set.
The Hammer Time Sculpt is 99% finished. It's not 100%, but it's 99% finished.
Dead End Yardhawk says, hello, everybody.
Hello.
And hello.
Puppies have gotten so big.
They are 7-month-old dogs.
You want a square? You really want a square? No.
What's that?
You want a square?
Rectangle.
So Alan stopped Hammer Time? Yes, John. 1980 says Amber's color coordination is on point.
Black and white. Psycho says she's very angry.
She's angry.
Yes!
Yeah, this is therapeutic.
It really is. So angry. No haunting. Oh, it's hard. It is hard. That's why we're making serious.
That one reminds me of Beta Ray Bill.
The goat mask in the background. Yes, it does. Honey, do you know who Beta Ray Bill is? No?
No.
Okay. Amber, do you know who Beta Ray Bill is?
That rectangle.
That's perfect. Beta Ray Bill is, for a while there, Thor was unworthy. But this alien named Beta Ray Bill like walked over and picked up the hammer like, hey, this is cool. And then he started whomping bad guy butt with it. And Thor realized, you know what? After Thor became worthy and got his hammer back, he realized, Beta Ray Bill should have a hammer, so he had one made for him.
Okay.
And now, so he is like an alien-looking Thor.
Cool.
All right.
CS Creation says she's
Oh.
imagining it out for the time you made her fix something.
That's right.
Her Russians out of the play.
Okay. We're gonna work right here.
Is that a hammerhead?
Yes.
1980 says he was the first to wield Stormbreaker.
Yeah, Stormbreaker was the hammer that was made for him. Yes. Originally, he used Thor's hammer.
Warren
Mjolnir.
says, I just noticed the little dorsal fin that you moved into the camera. It's a neat detail.
Yeah. I thought that was fun on his back. He has a finlet. Now I'm going to want them to be about that long, so let's make your clay a little longer. This is going to make a lot of noise. It's like dough at this point.
Beta Ray was skull, horse head looking guy.
Yeah, cool.
Beta Ray Bill is one of my favorite comic characters.
Really? It's interesting. Who said that?
Brandon F.
I like him because, see, he is such a different looking hero. And that's a kick that I'm on right now. I will not go into all of it, but non-human heroes, I think, are a wonderful thing. Now you have nice cylindrical columns I would probably put them on and then put on something that they tuck up underneath. You know what I mean? Does that whole structure make sense?
It does?
Okay. You understand the future waffling?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Probably stop it right about here. You don't want it to affect the front of the mask.
Yes.
You want it to make it look like it makes sense, but it's going to have a structural purpose. I got rid of it out.
Oh, yeah.
What? Wife, why don't you tell a story?
Oh, okay.
You have a story ready?
Wait, chop, chop, go. No, I don't have a story. I never have a story ready. There's just so many stories. I just go. Thank you, Psycho. Let's see. I am very hopeful that tomorrow I will have an update on the shirts, because I believe the larger sizes, some of you have asked for them, but the larger sizes are going to be available. So I'm very excited about that. And yes, Alan did get a shirt. You guys think I'm a harpy and that I don't let him have a shirt. The thing is that harpy, yeah, because you got to watch. He'll just help himself to the buffet of fresh shirts rather than walk 100 feet over to his own house and get a shirt. And those shirts are for you guys. He has plenty of shirts, my friends. I realize that haunters love them some black shirts. I know this. And that all of you have 100,000 t-shirts. I have plenty of t-shirts too. But the amount of t-shirts he has are ridiculous. So, he can get a shirt, but if you're not careful, he'll just reach into it like, the Golden Corral on a Sunday afternoon. Have a shirt, have a shirt, have a shirt. And suddenly I don't know where the shirts went. This happens frequently with steak in our house. Where's the steak? It's just gone. And chocolate. So you have to, you gotta watch him. I have to keep tabs on him. But that's the plan. I think that the larger shirt sizes, we'll have a confirmation on those tomorrow. If they do, and we got them, because I'm hoping for 4X and 5X, Then I will update the website. I will post it on our regular forums, the Stilt Beast Creepers page, which, by the way, if you're not there, please join us. This is a great place to show your what you're creating, what you guys are making. We love to see what you're doing. The Stilt Beast Facebook page, which is kind of like an HQ area, and Instagram, which we are also on. If you do Instagram, we're on Stilt Beast Studios, and we will post that information there. And that is the hope that that I'll have an update on that tomorrow. I want to talk to the printers today, and it's looking good. So I'm excited about that. Let's see, other news as far as things being created. We have been holding off on some items because, you know, you just don't want to dump everything on the website at one time. And so we've got some new things that you guys have been asking us. They're not necessarily a secret, so I'll go ahead and say it. But the hair suits have been getting a lot of requests. These are the full head suits, hair suits. Some of you have already bought them. And a lot of you just want to have a hair suit for characters, interchangeable. We have some folks who will get like a brown hair suit, and this is the top and the legs. They are super soft, breathable hair suits that are really well made. And you can interchange, you know, a gorilla head or a Krampus head or a werewolf head or whatever you want to do. We've had a few folks who've gotten that bright green hair suit for the Grouch, or for Christmas, the Grinch. And it looks really good. We also have had it come in red, this bright red, which is kind of shocking, but I love it. We have white, black, brown, and silver as well. And we're looking to get those on the website here very soon. The problem we have with, it's not a problem, it's just a challenge. Right now, these are coming from international shipping, and as you know, international shipping is super slow. So we can sell what we have, and then to get some more suits is going to take a while. So the hair suits are we have some that have come in. We want to put those in, lock down the inventory so we know exactly how many we have, and then we'll just have to order more. The only thing is that if you're in a time-sensitive situation and you're in a hustle, then we don't want to put you in that. You might have to wait because they're, like I said, they're coming from international sources. So working on that. Also, we have kept back some stilt costumes. And the stilt costumes are, you know, they're a specialized item because obviously you need a stilt walker for them. We have a large amount of stilts, and some of you have asked for some demos on stilts, as well as some demos on the bite mare's teeth. We're going to make a quick video on how to use the adhesive pellets on the bite mare's teeth that we sell. We're also hoping to restock that. That is also an international order, so we are waiting patiently on that, but we still have some in stock. And what we want to do is do just a quick how-to video on how the bite mare's teeth work, and also how you can punch up the color on them. Lots of people want to augment the color. We tell you guys when you buy a mask that, you know, don't be afraid to cut if you have to. Cut, you know, a bit in the back, or open the eyes a little bit if you have to, so that it fits your face. Everybody's face is different. Some of you guys have beards. There's all kinds of situations that will make a mask fit easier. So we really like to have you guys, you know, be able to, you know, don't be afraid to do that. And the same thing with the bite mares. The bite mare's teeth you can punch up that color. We're going to show you how to do that. We've had a lot of requests for that, so that's going to be something we're just going to put it on the website, and then you guys can, you know, check it out and see that they're very easy to do. We use them at dark hour, and they're very reliable teeth. We've had a lot of good experience with them, and so, you know, we've used them firsthand, so that is also a very good thing.
They are wonderful.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. And, you know, we're talking about if you work a haunted house, you know that you got to have your stuff ready to go, and it's got to last the night. And sometimes, guys, that night can be, you know, 6, 7, 8 hour nights, depending on the time of the year. So we're going to work on the bite mares, get you guys a tutorial. We're going to do some easy stilt tutorials, show you how the stilts work, because we do have stilts in stock. And so we've got some ideas for the future. Honestly, and I'm just speaking for myself, I really did not expect this pandemic situation to last as long as it has. Here we are in June. Back in the beginning of April,
I thought, well, we'll be back to normal here soon. And we're still kind of treading water. So we've held some things back, and that's kind of exciting because it means that we're going to be able to offer some new things. I was talking about the hair suits.
Oh, fun hair suits.
Stilt costumes. We're going to do some tutorial videos on the bite mirrors and on the stilts. And get
Hunchback?
I did not get to him. We'll save him for another talk.
Yeah.
But we've got some surprises coming that we've held back. And, well, now it's time to let them see the light. So there you go. Alan is fortified. Amber is awesome. And I'm back to the computer.
That structure will double the amount of heads that mask will fit
Excellent.
without cutting. Because you're increasing the surface area, what the latex has to do.
Thank you.
Okay. Story time. Gather around, kids. Alan, new number to 7,324. You're not wrong, Michael Lasker. Have you ever paid a visit to the original Leatherface house from the 74 film?
I have not. I just haven't been in the hood.
Gary Highway says you can never have enough shirts. 1980 says, now I want steak and chocolate. How are the hoodies coming?
Oh, okay. So what I'll probably do next week is I will probably launch a store in association with YouTube for Stilt Beast Studios. The channel has reached a level where they have offered me merchandise through YouTube, and I will have hoodies and such on that. I'm in the process now of getting them all designed out, and as soon as I have a decent selection, I will launch them. I'm hoping it's next week.
Greg Highway says, let's not drag steak and chocolate into this.
What's wrong with steak and chop? What did you talk about?
Nothing. Nothing's not important. No monster feet? Do you have monster feet?
I was actually, one of the things I was doing while driving around today was designing monster feet in my head. I do not like the way most monster feet are done, so I have designed new monster feet that will operate differently. So soon, you'll end up seeing monster feet show up on the Wednesday sculpting list on my list.
Roger says, then need to order me a white suit to go with that polar bear mask. Alan needs a rail in the shop for expendable shirts. Easy access.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
What is the price on the first suits?
They're going to be under $200, which is amazing. Which is amazing. I can't release those until I have 100% clear supply lines, and Corona kind of messed with that. Hate it when my supply lines are fuzzy. Because that's not something that I want to do in-house all the time. Like the first few make in-house, but then I want to send that to a factory where they do it, because they can do it cheaper than I can do it. If we made them here in-house, they'd be $1,200.
Does Alan have a video on how to make your own stilts?
I don't, okay? But I have several ways to make your own stilts. I prefer to have my actors on stilts made by a company. That way, if at dark hour and for most haunted houses, I want a commercial stilt maker to make them so that there is someone in the lawsuit chain that is not me. While you were chasing this guest on stilts, you were, running on one foot, and this stilt exploded. So you know, that actor might want to sue me. See, again, that's the pro haunter point of view. I have to be careful of that kind of stuff. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I prefer to have them made by a company. But yes, and I will probably have a video on how to make some out of 6-inch PVC pipe, a reducer, and some tennis balls. Cheney, that is not yours.
Really?
He is pulling things out from under my table so he can chew on it.
Ever use EVA as a base to play over sculpt, then mold?
Yep, of course. Yes.
Alan, I need werewolf feet for jumping stills. Hi, Gregory Haynes.
Okay. I used to make those. I've sculpted those about 4 times. What I normally do is I just cover the metal part and I leave the bow in the back open. It's easy to hide the black bow in most haunt lighting, even outside. It kind of disappears if you let it, but the look of the leg is much better if you don't try to include it in. And also because it has to flex so much, you have to sculpt a really wide foot and it looks kind of bad. So as long as you don't mind the way that I make them, then I would be glad to make you a set because that's a product I intended on having anyway. That is a beast mode amulet. And we're going to paint it tonight and put an eyeball in it. Okay, and here.
Warren, did you get a package today? You're in Massachusetts, so it may take a little longer.
He is the next zone out.
Yes, so I hope if you didn't, I hope you get it tomorrow. I see you, Edson. I'll check my messages. Thank you. Let me see what you got.
Okay, the bolts came out great, by the way, but I have to wash the clay off of them. And I'm gonna go and I have a brush by the sink that I use for this kind of thing. Anna got a big old brush. Oh yeah, Anna's got a big old brush.
Or you're just asking.
I'm asking for what? All right, let's go wash these off. Visa for the washing.
Do you have any videos on clothing hooks?
I don't have any videos on them, but boy, have I made a lot of them, and I love doing it.
Okay, Warren, hopefully yours will get there tomorrow. 1980 says all good tasting steaks are made from
Cows.
No, 1980, I won't do it. I almost blindly read your comments. Oh, my goodness, I'm not going to do it.
Good job, White.
He brings me in every time. Okay, Warren, very good. I know you're part of that. Hey, Chad. Alice Fire, thank you. I love my pumpkin drink holder. It is sometimes impractical and unnecessary, but then what is it? Who's got me? Why are you so cray-cray? Okay, I need to fix the camera because. Are you about to sit for this one or something?
No. I thought I was looking at the sculpture.
It's got half the sculpture. I'd like to be able to see what she's doing.
Shikumo looks great.
Thank you. You know what this reminds me of from great Midian monsters.
Nightbreed. Call it.
Nightbreed.
And go ahead and taper them more with the tool so that they just kind of
Yes.
taper down here a little bit.
Oh, you want a more ridge.
Well, I want to like burrow in.
I was gonna put another.
Okay,
ridge there
then yeah, do that.
over top of that.
That's even better.
Okay.
All right, so this is how these guys turned out. Just pretty much the way that I wanted. I have all the little ridges on them. This was a negative mold that we did. We just molded in the clay. Like what I do that a lot for is actually teeth. I take the teeth and I stab them into the clay block, and then I fill it with resin, and I have more teeth. I'm going to clean them up over here. You guys want to watch me clean resin or Amber sculpt? Wife, you're up. Oh, they're going to answer whether they want to watch me sculpt or watch Amber sculpt. You know what I meant.
You have an intelligent audience. Yes, they know.
Yes,
Amber.
at least 7 of them.
They want to watch Amber.
Good evening, Brandon.
Chad would like to know, this is Chad Flyboy, or he would like to know who our guest sculptor is.
That's Amber. She is my casting director at Dark Hour Haunted House.
Steve Bishop said, so my post woman is hating me right now. I ordered 50 pounds of hydrocal, 2 gallons of latex, and 50 pounds of clay. I went to her truck when she pulled up to help. Yes, Ezekiel, it is Friday night. Yes, Ezekiel, I am Bella. Yes, Ezekiel,
Bella.
I am having a beverage.
Come here. Bella, come here. Come here.
When do you think you'll be pulling out some Heptaron drinks?
I have one poured up. It's possible I go pour one up tonight. I'll pull one tonight. Bella, no, that's mine. Cheney, that's mine. Dogs, get yourself 12 of those things. They're awesome.
Or just 3 really big ones.
What is wrong with you? Okay, look. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 9:45 p.m. Hope you've had a good day today.
Okay. Those ribs on the back can read aquatic with the right paint job.
They could indeed.
Yeah, they wanted to see Amber because she's prettier.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
I'm your friend, I'm not your smart friend. Don't listen to the Allie, you're the prettiest little thing. Brandon says, I wonder if you've pulled my Heptaron. Smiles and happiness. Brandon, I think your Heptaron is next up. Yeah, Michael Lassiter, check your email. I sent that Tuesday. Monsters Designs. I don't know if you monitor that email, but that is where it went, and I was able to pull it up, and you are due to arrive tomorrow. Check your emails, guys. Nobody reads email anymore, you know?
It's true.
Nobody reads it. So it's kind of funny because I will send out tracking notifications.
You're wonderful.
PayPal. Yeah, I send out tracking notifications, but PayPal is linked to an email, which means you have to read the email. And people don't read email.
Right.
So like,
What's
they send it to you. That is Brandon's Heptaron.
Oh, great.
Did Full Murder Jacket get poured? Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got one sitting over there. It's already trimmed and everything.
Brandon says, I have a handlebar on the lip. Does that not tickle your fancy as well? I'm not sure what you
That's good.
mean. Okay, good.
Don't go into that one.
It's okay, Michael. Third degree says, I read email. I was saying that I have a lot of people who are asking about their orders. And when I pull up the order, it's like, yes, I sent you a tracker. People don't read email. So Jamie's got to stick it.
Work with us, people. Work with us.
People don't read email anymore. So I'll let them know. What is Amber making?
She is sculpting a duck. It's a were duck, and on the waning trimester of the third full moon. Oh, it's a new person? Oh, then she's sculpting Webstore from Masters of the Universe. Yeah, Webstore from the Masters of the Universe toy line from the 80s.
It's Count Duckula.
When you're in trouble, you call it DW, Darkwing Duck. All right, so here we have bolts, El Boltos, and that was Spanish. I'm gonna paint them.
I'm waiting for you to actually sculpt or wear them. Stacy says, let's get dangerous. Wear shrimp, says Dead End Yard Mom.
We're
course they do.
catfish. Yeah, I think we should do that.
Let's get dangerous. Everybody's singing with you. Are those Frankenstein's bolts?
Yes. Who asked that?
Brandon D. What is the best paint to adhere to resin?
Well, mostly it's car auto body primer. You paint it with car auto body primer, and then you can paint it with whatever else you want.
Darkwing was truly unappreciated.
Darkwing Duck is pretty phenomenal. He a man. Or he.
It might
duck.
revive the series like they did DuckTales. Hi.
It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery. Might rewrite history.
Chippendale was a chair, and Arch Villain was a chair. Chippendale. I have to go watch Darkwing Duck on Disney. Just to throw it out there, resin can be tinted as well.
Yeah.
If you have any imperfections in a resin casting, can you fix it with Bondo?
Yes, you can. Clear resin can be tinted. It's pretty hard to tint the opaque stuff. It's just a little more difficult.
Found some Skeleton Warrior cartoons on YouTube last night. Good memories.
That's awesome.
Gargoyles was ahead of its time.
Yes.
Hard
Still
Beauty
an
says-
excellent show.
Hard Beauty says it should have a shadow. I'm thinking it must be a puppet.
Oh yeah, being followed by a pupper.
My favorite was in that era was the Tick.
Yeah. I was never a Tick fan. Because I always thought the Tick was, well, he's just a dude, so that's not, I'm a monster guy. I always have been. awesome.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Earthworm Jim. Ha ha.
You an Earthworm Jim fan, honey?
Yeah. But on occasion, I know what you guys are talking about, and I feel good about myself.
I see. We'll have to stop that immediately.
Okay. Hey, Christine. I used the Loctite foam, Loctite water spray technique on a guitar body. Looks like zombie flesh. It cured really well. Hopefully, a zombie guitar soon, says it's
Cool.
Brandon says, you're making me miss the 80s and 90s. Thundercats and Voltron. Alan, you should do a version of Scooby-Doo villains for masks.
Well, I kind of did a pirate. I did the like the ghost pirate guy. Kind of. I did my version.
Yeah.
So this type of spray paint, this Design Master brand, oh, that's so wonderful. I love this paint. Yeah,
So Darkwing was featured on the rebooted DuckTales.
I'm sure.
Earthworm Jim, a friend of mine, was one of the writers. Thanks, Philip. I'm not cool. I'm not cool. So many times you guys are almost talking in code from things like comics and cartoons, which I was never really a part of. So once in a while when I know something, I feel really good. It's fleeting, and then it's over, and you guys are talking in code, and I'm lost again. But I love it. It makes me feel good. Brandon D says, I name-dropped the evil queen, pulsating, bloated, festering, sweaty, pus-filled, malformed slug of a butt the other night, and it went unmentioned.
Maybe someone didn't read your comment.
I don't think I might have remembered that.
Surely, had they read your comment, they would have mentioned slug of a butt.
Rachel says that is such a pretty color.
Isn't it?
Raise your hand if you had a crush on Gadget. A crush on Gadget. Right. How well does that mix with regular paint?
Well, good. Cheney, that's not yours. He's just going around the shop taking random things to chew on.
Bottom bones.
I spent $30 on dog bones, and he ate a plastic cup. All of it.
He's always thinking. I've never seen that spray paint in stores.
No, yeah, well, you might find it in a florist shop. It's actually designed to paint flowers.
Do they sell that design master paint at Michael's? It looks kind of familiar.
They probably do sell it at Michael's.
What's the name of the color?
This color, now I mixed the colors because I mixed chrome. I mixed a chrome spray paint with teal blue. Tell them what is one. Teal blue from Design Master Color Tool Spray Paint. Verde Azulado.
Scott Craig, did you ever put the dog chewed hat up for sale?
We
Scott,
haven't yet.
I
We're
think-
building stock.
I think we have 3, and sure, if you guys are serious about that, you want a dog chewed hat. If y'all are serious about that.
Okay. Rodney Pope, are you watching? Are you still here? I want you to pick your eye.
Ooh, Rodney Pope.
Green and red, green, yellow and black, purple,
Are you there, Rodney?
pink, orange. If I don't hear from you, I'm going to pick your eye.
So, are you painting the thing you molded in another video? It's a belt buckle, and I'm a bit behind on the videos.
It is.
Is it a belt buckle?
It's an amulet. It's a chest amulet. Beastman wears an amulet. I think that's a fine eye that I've got in there right now.
Rodney is here.
So,
He's driving.
okay, just tell me a color. What color eye do you want in Beastman's amulet? Red, purple, pink, yellow, or green?
He says, I'm good with you picking.
Okay.
Joanna says, time to put the dogs to work. You're not kidding. That's why Alan brought home his rollerblades. We're going to run them. The Eye of
she means-
Sauron's cool.
She means chewing hats.
Oh. I'm amazed you guys really want those, but yes, I'll put them up there. I have no idea what, yeah, okay. I've got these lovely, pristine, clean, ready to go ball caps. You guys want the ones that shoot on by puppies. Y'all are amazing. Classic cat's eye. I like the orange, but it's not my toy.
I think that looks nice because that color coordinates. I'm about to age this down. So, yeah.
Edson says they do or did sell hats. They ran across a belt sander to give them a worn out look.
I have seen them do that, yes.
Doggy treadmills to run the compressor. You're right. Rachel says that's a good choice. Rodney likes it.
You're driving, Ronnie. Watch the road.
Have you ever made or thought about making your own resin hand-painted eyes?
I have made them. I have made them.
You know, Alan, some people would buy Alan's ripped shirt from the other night. It's wrong. I won't do it. Par Beauty says, I'm good with you picking. Let's see. He said, yes, we got you, Harvey. Thank you.
Thank
Guy
you.
reminds me of a Zelda dungeon trigger or a statue face on a wall. Very cool. My
Yeah.
hats get chewed up by ankle grinders and engine cooling fans, says Philip Earl. Christine says, on a random note, I tried peach mead for the first time today. It was very delicious and I highly recommend.
That sentence started with mead, so it's good.
Phil says it matches the scars on my arms. Georgia peaches are going on sale all over the place too. I thought it was a little too early for peaches. I'll check, guys. Thank you.
Wife has an ice cream maker, and it's burning a hole in her pantry.
I went nuts last Labor Day. We have lots of farm stands out here, and I bought a monstrous amount of peaches because they were super ripe, they were perfect, they were at the best price, and I started making peach ice cream so I thought I was going to drop, and it was fun. So we're going to do that again. I thought it was a little early for peaches.
Okay, now I want to very carefully put 1 drop of black on this.
Stacy says, man, I want to turn that inner cross on the medallion like just a little bit to line it up with the peaks of the outside.
Yeah.
Chad says, mead. I owned a honey business for 15 years and made tons of peach mead. It was awesome and I love it. Brandon says, I made mango ice cream 2 weeks ago. Peach curd ice cream is next and cobbler, but keto. Philip says, will you adopt me? Fresh peach ice cream is so good. I agree, Christine. Chad Smith says, that looks exactly like 1 drop of paint.
I may have been funning y'all. All right, so that now has to dry. It is now all aged up.
So it knocks some of the color down too.
Yeah. And what I'll actually do is I'm going to go ahead and dry brush this. Now that it's that way, with a little more of this teal.
Hey, big boy. Hey, big boy. Oh, fluffy dog. You're so fluffy. What would be the metal you're going for?
That is an Eternian alloy. Somewhat like Uru to the Norse gods, but this is an Eternian alloy that Beastman's medallion is made out of.
Like a patina copper.
It's just a blue metal.
1980 says, I can't hear anything over Amber's focus.
Uh,
So Christine says, everything is diet if you rationalize it hard enough.
Yeah, bring up a little more blue in this. Because I don't want it to look like it's painted metal blue. I want it to look like the metal has that bluish tinge.
Chad
Okay.
Smith says, I can't get over the huge mess of blackwash. Freaked him out. Chad, does your shop get dirty?
There, cleaned it up. Now it's all clean.
Chad Flyboy says, I was about to say, did Amber leave? She's quiet over there. She's here. She's diligently working.
When Amber is quiet, she's thinking about something, causing problems. So you guys found some burlap, huh?
Chad says, no, it reminded me of what my workspace looks like. It's spotless now.
Completely spotless.
Oh, goodness. Sculptor talk, you don't get both. When Alan starts electroplating steampunk pieces, he will have to ascend to legendary.
You know what? I don't like electroplating. I actually had to do that. There was for a while I was experimenting with hot melt vinyl, and you have to make the molds out of steel, and you actually electroplated to get the molds thick enough. And process took a long time. So with these eyes, it looks like a glass eye, but it's actually acrylic. And it's really easy for a strong adhesive to mar that acrylic. So I don't want that eye anywhere near where I could get a drop of this glue on it. So I put my glue in first.
Does Amber yell at Rob too?
Yeah, on occasion. Rob,
I can't want to say nothing.
Amber is Rob's boss. So
Amber's everybody's boss.
Rob is one of our actor trainers at Dark Hour, and
Oh my God, you guys! I'm sorry you couldn't see Amber's face just now. She so didn't want to say anything.
Amber is the casting director, so she does have to yell at Rob on occasion.
Oh my gosh, that was the best thing ever.
And you guys couldn't see it.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. Amber said, Stacy says, Amber is the duck on the pond, still where you can see, going like crazy underneath. Pin shot 500. Hi, I'm new to your channel, but I understand that you do class. I am very curious to know, do you ever have them in LA, California? Hello, and welcome.
We have them in Texas. We're in Dallas, Texas. It's very hard for me to bring my whole shop to you guys. So, amulet's done, by the way. It's very hard to bring my whole shop to you, so I have you guys come to my shop. That's actually less expensive for all of us. So yeah, we do classes for mask making.
1980 says acetone will melt it, and gosh, 1980, I apologize, I'm so slow. Cyanocrylate fumes will stick to the fingerprints on acrylic or plexiglass, I'm sure.
Yes, it will.
Did I say that right?
You didn't, but that's okay, baby.
My primary role as an actor trainer after training actors is to try and not get yelled at, says Stacy.
Yes.
That looks great, Alan. Great eye choice. Michael Lasker says, who doesn't have to yell at Rob on occasion? Very nice color and shape. Jerry says, I think Amber wants to sleep. Blue metal post on the creeper cage. Thank you, Philip. Metal Neobio, boy, I'm sure I said that wrong, is what they are making coins and amulets from. Very cool. Welcome, Pinshot 500. If you have any questions on Monster Camp, please let us know. We are hoping that once things start to, gosh, I want to say things get back to normal. I don't think they will. So whatever our new normal is, I'm hoping we can start back on Monster Camp soon. Here you go, Chad. There's Amber. Amber, tell us a story about yelling at Rob, says Scott Creighton. Rob never watches, so here goes me. Why?
See, and I'll put that thing. Now, you know what? No, I can't really tell a story on Rob.
No, don't tell a story on Rob.
I can't do that.
Tell a story without using Rob's name.
Okay. I'll use my name. I'll do a story time. I really
Philip
will.
Earl says, Rob can do no wrong.
Yeah. No, I'll tell a story because
Hang on a second,
Yeah.
because I'm trying to work on something. Like I'm legit trying to work on something, and my butthole dog he will not let me work on this. I need this. This is for I got this out. This is for a project. Cheney, just listen to reason.
There's your buddy there, big dog. Christine says, once the world starts really turning again, are you still going to be going live in the evenings with videos?
Not every night. What I'll probably do is I'll go down to about 3 nights a week.
Hi, Edie. The names of the innocent have been changed to protect their identity.
Rob is not innocent. The names of the innocent have been changed, and Rob.
Ezekiel says, let's call him Rob Jim for this story.
Rob Jim.
Another sale for the dogs, right, Stephen? Oh my goodness. Amber, tell us a story about yelling at a worker, and let's call him Bob. Okay. Christine says, dog, what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine.
I really haven't had to yell at workers. I haven't had to yell at workers. Only over the Jake loudness.
And I'm not a yeller either. I'm not a yeller.
Right. So I don't really yell. I like coaching. Coaching's good.
So what was the weirdest actor behavior you had to correct?
Well, it wasn't active behavior we had to correct as we've had lots of folks have we've had issues with being inside some masks that ended in odd behavior. We've had some very loud noises that ended in some odd behavior.
Were you? My time, I don't think you were actually casting director then. We had an actress who would not go in the voodoo doll shack because she was afraid, Because one time
Mhm.
she saw the angel statue from Doctor Who in there,
Uh-huh.
and she would never work in that room or cut through that room or go in that room since then.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe, yeah, there's certain rooms in the house that I know certain actors will not walk through. Haunted, maybe. But we've had folks take their masks off and just be maskless.
Scare without a mask.
Scare without
Yes.
a mask.
Yeah.
Not wear shoes, and I mean, I love being barefoot, but you gotta wear shoes and But I really think it's more of the idiosyncratic things that we all have, I don't know, fears. You know what, when you have the snakes, you have snake fears, and then you have an entire show based on snakes, that's always a fun one to figure out how to do with the actors. So, those kind of things. But I don't like to yell.
He just says, "Oh, Amber, you're amongst friends here. Look loose." Those eyes on Beastman.
Those eyes.
Battle damage versions of the costumes, says Phil.
Yeah, they're practicing their distressing.
Edie says, "I got a Boston Terrier." Yes, I said terror. A hula hoop today. It's gonna be gone in less than a week. Those are such good dogs. Oh, they're all good dogs. All dogs are good dogs. Sometimes. Once Alan goes back to work, it will be live videos when he can, and YouTube whenever, says Michael Lassner.
All right, now I hear you talking.
Dang, Michael. Way to kill it. Philip Earl says, "What? You're not Gordon Ramsay?" Don't yell. Cheney is trying to put in overtime for good work. That beast mode is awesome. Come on, I love the Weeping Angels, says Philip Earl. Weeping Angels are evil. Good woman. Philip Earl says, "No shoes, ew." Do your actors keep their phones on them when they're working?
If
Little column A, little column B.
I approve of it if they are mature enough to not light it up when folks are in, and only using it for a timepiece, not obviously on the phone. If they're using it as a timepiece so that they know when to take breaks or drink water, that's acceptable.
And
out of sight.
my theory is, if they have a child, I don't want to take their phone away. If something happens to their child, I want someone to be able to reach them.
That's what they call it.
I understand that. I get you.
But no, and we will take them away. Should a manager walk by and see it, we will take them away.
Oh, this has to be good haunters, a weirdo to begin with. Christine says, "First wraps, heavily sewn and stuffed up with strips hanging out, make great dog toys. My boys love them, especially with an empty water bottle inside to crinkle." FBX says, "When I sculpted a skull, I was going to do a Skeletor mask, but decided not to, since it was getting far too small.
Gotcha.
Ezekiel says, "Like you're gonna muck around with Alan and Papa Chops nearby."
Oh, Papa Chops will get you.
Michael needs a timeout. Yes, he does.
How we doing?
SBFX says, "It's funny, as large of a guy as I am, people assume I'd have something like a pit bull, but actually, I have a poodle."
Okay, do two more of them.
Okay, great.
And I want them to run this way,
Hello, Lisa.
like those big neck muscles. Just have them run that direction, from this side to the other.
1980 says, "Amber will just need to be background sculptor for all the videos." Okay, what are you doing what are you doing to the fun Alan?
The fur, the fur.
The fur Alan, what are you doing?
I'm spray painting the fur red, so that I have red fur. Because I ordered red fur today, but it's not here yet. So I'm just going to make a nice neck ruff to go around this beast mode, because beast mode The original character has a very red ruff around his neck. It's part of his armor. And I'm just going to put the amulet on this, and that'll make a nice presentation.
So why was there a red Beastman and an orange Beastman?
Because Red Beastman was the original design, and the Orange Beastman was the production version of the toy. Red Beastman wasn't made until later, but I think he looks way cooler. Later on, they did make the red version, and what they did was they said that they're red when they're younger, and then as they mature, they become orange. So, yeah.
Won't that get stiff?
Yes, but no one is wearing it. It's just a display.
Michelle Schulte, I agree. I love Chad Savage's dog. I'm a big fan. Edie says, boo, I just got excited as I held up the hula hoop way above my head. She tried to jump around through the stuff. Right on my stomach. Philip Earl says, looking good, Amber.
Thank you.
It really is. Have you looked at it from 10, 15 feet away for a while?
No.
Do it.
1980 says, I definitely need a Masters of the Universe card background to display photographed and MOTU masks.
Yeah. I'm waiting on paint to dry because that's what I do. Which mask? The Webstore? Sure. Bless you, buddy.
It's time to make a Cringer or a Battle Cat mask.
That's going to be, you know what? I actually have a good mold for that already.
Edie, where did you post the videos? Is that on
Sorry.
our group or is that on your page? No, I love me some pet videos.
But you never watch them while you're working.
No. Interesting you say that. I start on another project while paint is securing and I never get back to finish. Chad says it looks very clean.
Yeah. Yeah. Amber really learned, like I showed her raking earlier today and you took it apart and nailed it.
Thank you for teaching.
Hello, Alan Hirsch. Stephen Bishop says, when I was a kid, I painted my He-Man figure with black hair so he looked like Conan the Barbarian.
Well, their whole goal was to rip off Conan the Barbarian, so you did right.
SBFXK says, yep, I want one. How does one learn to sculpt like that? This is Pin Shot 500 out in front.
Well, there is a class that we do here called Monster Camp, but you can always study independently. A lot of people will do a sculpture and send me pictures, and I give feedback, and they do a little more. That I don't charge anything for that, so feel free to send me pictures of your sculptures, and I'll try to push you in the right direction. Easier when you're in the room here with me, I think. But yeah, I mean, it still works. Amber, you're killing it.
Cool.
Get back here and look at it from far away. Take in the whole beast at once, because the first impression that people get is that 20 foot away, and that's nice.
I'm happy. Third Degree says, wow, very polished and clean sculpt, Amber.
Thank you guys.
Would love to see what your paint scheme will look like on this. That is fantastic, Amber. Looks amazing.
Thank you.
Now it's time to detail inside the ears.
Okay.
You got to put your ear detail in. You want to.
I need one more neck bang and then.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then we got to figure out your eyes.
We don't need to move them.
We have to figure out what the eyes are gonna do,
We can make little eye holes here. And then,
but that's not where your eyes are. So you,
there.
it'd be convenient to make eye holes over here in the side of the face, no one would see them. But that's not where your eyes are. Your eyes are right there behind the eyeball.
All right.
But I think I have a plan
Okay.
to fix this. I think I has a plan.
Always plan that first before you do, yeah. That's the lesson here.
Well, no, actually, what the lesson is, don't limit your sculpture and your design because of those types of things.
Okay.
Go wild and then make it work.
Okay.
Get Amber a cocktail. She deserves it. Maybe a Tim Tam chocolate martini. Ezekiel. Alan, are you 2 for 2 on the guest sculptors? Both Rue and Amber have done awesome jobs on their sculpts.
They do not suck.
Thank you.
Pinshot says, that sculpture, I think, is incredible. Thank you.
Yes. We're not going to have Amber back anymore because she's better than me.
Oh,
And you all know how petty I am and how I operate. So say goodbye. Actually, I think you might need one more evening. Unless you don't mind me just polishing it out. It's little stuff at this point.
right. I'm not trying to go for your longest guest spot ever. That's not what I'm going for.
This looks incredible. Stacy says, it never crossed my mind to do a boozy Tim Tam slam. Oh my God. Flyboy says, don't get rid of Amber. Pinshot says, jealous. Chad says, I could come be a guest sculptor and show how bad I am and how good Alan is.
No, I won't let that happen, actually.
Ezekiel says, the new strawberry one goes good with Tia Maria.
Don't eat that. That's mine. Don't eat that. I don't know what fell, but don't eat it. Dogs are jerks. You dogs are jerks.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dogs never been that good.
So good.
So good. Not good. Not good. Spit that out. Spit it out. If we do this, you guys can kind of see what I'm doing too.
You're a great man, Alan, even though they even spell your name after mine, says Alan. Hurd.
You spell it right.
Alan, what is your drink of choice, says Scott Creighton.
I Coke Zero.
No, Amber.
Oh,
My drink of choice?
What is your drink of choice?
Water. Oh, are we, do we need adult beverage? Is that what we're
they
doing?
probably mean adult
Oh, okay.
beverage.
I'm a German wheat beer drinker. That's my favorite.
German wheat beer.
Wheat beer.
Like what's a wheat beer?
Cafe Weizen, that's,
Okay.
yeah. Wheat.
Ezekiel says, new Tim Tam flavors. I'll be sending a care package as soon as the post sorts itself out. Right now it's not good. I haven't found keto ones, but I'm still looking. So guys, Our American friends in America, we have Tim Tams. I think we have like 2 or 3 to choose from. In Australia, it's like the Golden Corral on a Sunday after church. There are more. Ezekiel brings us Tim Tams, and I'm like, what? You know, they have this flavors like you could not believe.
The way they do Oreos now, like
Yes,
cabbage,
but
potatoes,
even more
Oreos,
than
and all that.
Oreos. You know, Ezekiel brings us packages of Tim Tams. We're like, oh my God, I had no idea they had this flavor.
Chicken and waffles, Oreos.
And it's ridiculous what we do. So yeah. If they're bringing more, we're just amazed. Because you can't get them here.
Yeah.
Now, you get Tim Tams at Albertsons. Great. It's the same kind. But in Australia, you get all these different kinds, and we just never know what he's going to bring. That's great. Do you like to chew your beer?
Yes, it's a meal.
It's a meal. Ezekiel says, oh, a real beer, Amber. Why is the glue black?
That is actually a special glue for bonding latex, rubbers, and foams.
It looks like it dripped on the phone.
It's okay, it's not my phone. That was Amber's phone.
Edie says, I got my 12-year-old grandson calling a new Cookie Monster sleeper. His older brother had a chicken sleeper several years ago and wore it to school assembly. Yeah, he got in trouble. Let the kids be kids, man. Supposed to be showing you.
I'll just set it up.
Do you get your glue from Sherbon? Sherbon.
I get my glue from gluesticks.com. GLU-STIX.com. GLU-STIX.com.
Chad says, why beer when there's good old Fireball? Haha, the mass sculpting concoction.
That's story time stuff.
He says, you mean the phone is right there and Alan hasn't taken a selfie yet? Either he's losing
Amber
his
keeps
touch,
her phone pretty well locked
or
down.
something's really wrong.
I have gotten her a couple times, one of which was right in front of her because she hid her camera button. There was no camera button. But I recently learned that you can say, hey Bixby, take a selfie. And then her camera took a selfie. And she was low-key pissed. It was awesome.
It was what, almost 2 or 3 years?
Oh yeah, because I kept trying and trying.
Oh.
I got other people's phones because I thought it was hers.
It was playing that way.
All right.
You want your references?
Um,
Okay, I got good ones.
Stephen Bishop says, Dos Equis is my choice, Amber.
It's a great beer.
Michelle says, I went on the site, but I only saw the boxes for colored glue sticks, and they were $50. Do you have
Yes.
to put in something? Do you have to put in something special?
They're on there. Keep poking around. They're on that site.
Ezekiel says, fireball shots, someone gonna end up in the bathtub. Not doing any shots.
There you go. Does that help? Same thing. Doesn't matter, same thing. You stretch out the Y, you change the shape of the fish hook a little bit, it's the same thing.
Chad says, by the way, I freaking love your background on your laptop. It's the best.
Oh, thank you.
Brandon says, Kugel. Kugel is a great beer.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Did I say that right, Amber? Yes. Kugel. Gosh, I hope I said that. Long Island iced tea. Steven says, don't but dial Amber. Fireball, that's my jam. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
Summer Shandy is a great summer beer.
That's the name.
Sweet tea is my jam, says Jan Smith. And Ezekiel says, don't drink with the Aussies. Ezekiel, we won't.
You're not in danger.
You're amazing. Aussie.
Now, how much the Aussies drink is impressive. But if they hit the show floor before 1 p.m. the next day, that would be really impressive.
Patrick Reddick.
They did suffer the downtime.
Keep it simple, bourbon and Coke. Let's just say if you guys make it to Trans World and Ezekiel is in Trans World, don't try to keep up with Ezekiel. He is legendary. Hey, Jones, what are you in? Jones, kitty. Rachel says, my Irish roots count for much.
Yes.
Jonesy, hi, buddy. You're at 10:30.
Okay, Amber, you have 10 minutes.
All right.
Alexa, countdown, 10 minutes.
Ezekiel says, we've wrecked a Nashvillian
10 minutes, starting now.
and afraid to show our faces. Oh my gosh, Ezekiel. You know what's funny is that later that night, I think Alan and I were in an elevator and there's other haunters. We didn't know who they were, but they were all talking. And someone said something back to, oh my God, that Aussie, he's killing it. And we were looking at each other going, well, it's possible that there's another Australian here at Trans World. That doesn't necessarily mean they're talking about our Australian. It could be anybody. My goodness, there's people from all over the world who come to this show. It's not our Australian they're talking about.
It was him.
It was you. Edson says, Amber, your phone is on the chair. Don't sit on your phone.
All right, thank you.
Russian mules are yummy. Good night, Robert White. Rodney Coke. My favorite cocktail is a dirty martini. I also like a big bowl of red wine. I'm not much for sweet drinks.
When I drink, the girlier the drink, the better.
Yeah, Alan, if we go to a restaurant and I get an old fashioned or I get, a martini, Alan will get some girly ice cream drink with a lot of whipped cream on it. And
Preferably chocolate.
They always give me his drink, which, is wrong. I don't want that. And so, it's always funny because then, we say thank you and we switch drinks. But Alan doesn't really drink, so it doesn't matter. But my very, very favorite is a dirty martini. I will shake it or stir it, Rachel. But I'll tell you guys a secret. The best martini I've ever had in my life was made by a man who doesn't drink it. Yet his last name is the ingredient in it. Alan doesn't really drink, but he can make me the best dirty martini. He doesn't even taste it. I don't know how he does it. I don't care. But it is the best. I'm going to have one now. The best martini. It's making my jaws hurt just thinking about it. He does. He makes the best martini, yet he doesn't drink it.
Ezekiel says, yep, it was Nate, and we also wrecked some guy from the Christmas selection. His wife was mad at me. That sculpt is on point, Amber.
Thank you.
SPFX says, don't worry, I do the same thing. We just had blueberry vodka lemonade yesterday. Oh, that sounds nice. Scott Creighton, I like red wine. I like Cabernets. Merlots are nice. A Pinot is nice, but nothing sweet. I am not big on sweet. Philip Elm says Captain and Coke. Ezekiel also brings cookies for Alan. He brings me these amazing Australian reds. So he shows up bringing me wine all the way from Australia, and he always brings it to me on the show floor where I cannot partake. And oh my goodness, I can't wait to get to the room and open one. It's delicious. Delicious. What's the black difference, hot glue from the clear? What's the difference between the two?
Okay, so this is a preaching moment. Hot glue is amazing. Hot glue is not a bad way of sticking things together. Most people who don't like hot glue, A, have a cheap hot glue gun and did not invest in a good hot glue gun, which I understand. And B, they're using the generic clear glue sticks that you can get anywhere. That is garbage. That is thermoplastic with no adhesive in it. Basically, you're hoping for a mechanical bond via the vacuum created from the liquid glue turning into a solid via the change of temperature. That is not going to get you a great bond. Let's take a little trip, shall we? Over here, I have about 8 different types of hot glue sticks. This is all different hot glue sticks for different purposes. So these hot glue sticks have pine tar resin impregnated in them. They smell like pine trees. So these are resin glue sticks. They work on a lot of plastics and some other things. These are the glue sticks you see me using right now. These are for EVA foam, and they are for rubbers and plastics. Watch this. Look at how flexible this glue stick is. This is it. It'll make it's stretchy. It's flexible. Most hot glue sticks don't do that. It has different properties. So these right here, these short guys, these are just black hot glue sticks. These are pink hot glue sticks. These are red hot glue sticks. Because when I am putting teeth in something, if I have resin teeth, these are go-to gums right here. So it makes my job easier. These glue sticks for my big boy here, this is a high-tack hot glue stick for wood. So it depends on what and look at how big around that one is compared to a normal hot glue stick. It's a different gun. It's a different gun. There, now that's level. It's a bigger, different glue stick. I have a glue gun that'll put out 3 gallons of glue every hour. I squeeze the trigger, the glue comes out. That's important. This is another type of glue stick. See how yellow that one is? This is impregnated with epoxy. Having the right glue stick for the right job is huge. So there you go.
You should try Sig Hayes Gumball Martini. Is it sweet, SPFX?
She no likey the sweet.
It's no sweet. I don't drink sweet drinks. When I do drink, I love margaritas or Jägermeister. I like margaritas and Jägermeister, Rodney.
liked my ears just
Undetailed,
Hi, Bernhardt.
vague, ear-like
Vague.
objects.
Amber, very nice job, says Pinshot 500.
Thank you.
Chad says, I feel like Arizona, like Ezekiel has 2 suitcases just for the hopses. One with wine for Shannon and one filled with Tim Tams. Y'all,
You assume that Ezekiel brings suitcases.
Ezekiel shows up and buys what he needs when he gets to America. He didn't bring it from home. I've never seen anyone travel like this.
Why carry all that stuff?
In my life.
Makes sense to me.
But he shows up with packages for us, and then he goes to Walmart and buys what he needs. I'm not even kidding.
And you see local color that
I
way.
have never seen anyone travel the way Ezekiel does. He's amazing. Where do you get these SVFX? Are you talking about the
Probably the glue sticks.
glue sticks?
Gluesticks.com. GLU-STIX.com. What I recommend is a Sure Bonder hot glue gun that has variable temperature. Variable temperature hot glue gun. I use a Pro 9700A. Pro 9700A.
Ezekiel says, Alan, are the glue guns 110 volts or 12, or like 12 volts?
They're 110.
Steve Bishop says, I am guilty of cheap hot glue guns. What do you recommend?
They are 110. I use a Pro 9700A adjustable temperature hot glue gun from Sure Bonder, and you can buy it from gluesticks.com, that company that I just mentioned to you. That is where I bought mine.
Ezekiel says, I go home from the USA with 3 big suitcases. Little girl says, I like it, though I might go to a resale shop for everything with skivvies.
Alexa, stop.
I've never seen anybody travel the way Ezekiel does. Alan, you need to be sponsored by some of these products you support. Why don't you try it?
No, we haven't really tried. But, I guess. I don't expect anything, you know? If they have a good product, I'm just going to tell folks. Amber,
Yeah?
start tightening up.
So do your guest sculptors get to stay at the homestead, or they just drive home after the show?
They just drive home.
Alan, have you done a hot octopus mask?
I did a squid mask. That's in Millar.
I'm gonna have to walk away.
You having ear problems?
No, I'm just gonna, if I start the other ear, I'll be here for another, because, yeah.
You can do that other ear in 10 minutes, and I'll give you 10 minutes.
Amber, you're doing awesome
I can do it.
working and focusing. Nothing bothers you. Little girl said, Cthulhu.
I did a very Cthulhu-esque squid mask. Didn't Warren buy one of those?
Got it, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have one. so-
I didn't pour up another one.
Yeah, Warren took mine for it. I've done so much travel where I just have a passport and a wallet, although Europe, all through the US, luggage is a pain. It's just- KDFX says, I just checked out the website. Very cool. How many come in a 5-pound box? I see there's also a 25-pound option.
This is a 5-pound box. This right here. I don't, how many come in it? I don't know, but it is many. This are many. This is the box they came in. It was full. I use a lot of glue though. 5-pound box. And these are longer than normal glue sticks too. These are. And for the record, mention I think hot glue is awesome, right? This is what a 25-pound box looks like. This is full of hot glue. So there you go. That's a 25-pound box.
You guys got a great camera. Your blend
Thank you.
looks awesome. Sorry, just getting on. This is one of the cake.
You should apologize, Logan. How dare you miss the first couple hours of this? It's always a little amusing when they apologize for being late.
I think it's great. Come on. Manners.
It says Amber, sing. Alan does disclose. They want you to sing.
Sing what? Oh my.
You're not lying. I do sing a lot also.
Sing, okay. Let's see. I don't know what to sing because I have to dance too.
So great job, Amber.
Thank you. Maybe you could have me back for a dance sculpt.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Get you a.
Are you molding tonight?
I'm not molding tonight. I have finished up this presentation for Beast Mode so that you have the head, the amulet, and just a nice fur ruff on him. So that's what I have been doing over here, and that's what I've been gluing into place just so that it'll sit nice on a shelf. I also have this loose so it'll hang over in case this head goes on a shelf and then, you know, the amulet can hang down a little bit. So, but that's the Beast Mode presentation.
That is one sexy beast.
I'm happy with him. Yeah, he looks good.
This is Rodney's.
Yes.
Rodney, he goes home with you tomorrow.
The ear you did looks good, Amber.
He says, I love it. I don't even know about it in the universe. Neither do I, he said.
It's just it's colorful. It's bright. They were monsters full of color, which I really liked, and I think that really impressed itself on me.
Bracky UK. The cow kicks Nelly in the belly. It's a great song to sing also. Night Horror Beauty. Chad, what are you charging for the beast mode as that one sits? So a foam fill with eyes?
With eyes, the fur ruff, that's $200. Yeah, exactly the way this one is, $200.
Leo's home tomorrow.
Which I think is reasonable in my brain, you know. So if you just measured them, if they felt off, would you change it?
Yes.
Okay. Why? How many folks are on?
77.
Oh. I thought we had dropped some 30. All right, Amber. We're gonna start wrapping up. How's that ear?
It's not awesome. It's close, but it's not there.
It's close to awesome. You're approaching awesomeness.
Hey Alan, what kind of hair is it? I called Woolery today. Told him I was doing a Myers mask. The lady had no clue. Can you text the type of hair so I can tell them tomorrow?
Yes, yes, I will. Sorry, normally they are very helpful. Amber, that's really
Oh, thank you, Rodney.
Rodney.
That's pretty kind.
Not necessary.
Amber is a mask keeper. Seems she's like me, perfectionist. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
She are a perfectionist.
Amazing job. I love how Beast Mode turned out.
We got some winners. I think Beast Mode works. I think that Webstore is going to be really nice. May I sit down for a moment?
Yeah, absolutely.
So here's what we'll do with the eyes. I'm going to flatten this. And I cut this off so it's flat, so that I'm using that material to help me. Do the same to the other. And I'm going to put screen, like window screen in there,
Huh?
and paint it red.
Awesome.
And then when we paint these eyes, we will paint them black, put window screen over it, airbrush it red, so these all look the same.
Cool. I like it.
It says, dude, Amber is totally awesome being her second sculpt. Good night,
you.
Connie. See you tomorrow.
Amber, are you happy with this?
I am happy.
What do you feel about the process?
I understand it better.
Okay.
100 times better.
Why do you understand it better?
Because I failed more than one time. Because I went through it and you encouraged me to keep digging deeper into. I didn't realize that I had to go in with such depth into like creases and making all the creases and the depth of it, because when you go back over to knock everything down, that calms it down.
Then you make it right.
And then,
yeah.
yes, and where I was trying to already add detail, like my first sculpt, I was already trying to add detail, didn't even do that.
When you should have been on forms.
When I should have been on forms, exactly. So silhouette is everything.
Silhouette is everything. What I want here, what I'm doing right now, is I'm outlining this eye with a sharp line.
Uh-huh.
Because your eye would have an eyelid, it would not meld cleanly into that. And I want to be able to paint this eye and know where do I stop painting eye and where do I start painting skin.
Understood.
And right now, I'm sculpting for the paint. Because I know I'm going to paint this black and then dry brush. And doing this will leave that nice black ring around the eye, so I get a separation of color. This is something that, without doubt, you could do. I'll probably just be faster at it. Because I would like to say this is done.
I would like to say this is done too. Everyone has endured 3 days of it.
Yes, Jan, this is only her second sculpt.
This is her second sculpture.
Himshot says, Amber, I just have to say, you look very cute.
Thank you.
Amber is, no joke, one of the most versatile artists I've ever met. Her talents are seriously multifaceted, says Stacy.
That's someone who knows you. So
Oh, thank you, Stacy.
Pinchot says, Alan, you're cute.
I try. Amber, I think you're done.
Yes, I'm gonna walk away.
I think you're done.
Yay, thank you, Alan.
Look at that. But look in the
Amazing.
camera and see the difference in the eyes. They're not bumps anymore.
Right.
Now they're eyes.
Right.
Because a lot of times when you're sculpting,
Mhm.
you're trying to put in shadow.
Okay.
You're putting in shadows. You're sculpting to make shadows. That little stuff, polishing the ear, I'll do that.
Okay.
Don't sweat.
Ezekiel says, that is seriously cool. Second sculpt. Edson says, oh boy, I smell a pay raise and a promotion coming Amber's way. Lisa says, awesome.
Amber, take some pictures of that.
I will.
Very good for your first sculpt. Wicked awesome. Amazing.
Thank you.
Alexa, add lemon pledge to my shopping list.
Well done, Amber. Please don't
I've
be a
added
stranger.
lemon clips to your shopping list.
Please don't be a stranger to the channel. Gorgeous, Amber. Nice work.
Thank you.
Well done, Amber. That's mint. Applause. 5 stars. Way to go, Miss Amber. Well done. Well done, my friend, says Bobby. Hi, Bobby.
Hi.
Awesome. Looks awesome. What is the lotion for?
Well, I was not using wet clay. I was using water-based clay because I ran out of wet. And wet-based clay is water-based clay with glycerin in it. Hand lotion has glycerin and lanolin in it. So I put this on my sculpture in order to give it the same properties as wet. I paint it on and use it as an erosive.
Amber, you rocked it. Oh, wait, that's next. Ta-da.
Okay,
Good night.
so gang,
Bye, Bobby.
thank you guys for hanging out with us. Appreciate it. Say goodnight, Amber.
Good night. Thanks, guys, for all of the support.
Say goodnight, wife.
Good night. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Go make stuff.